everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. Today I'll be pulling a card from the Shine from the Inside Oracle to inspire a message around self-care and self-love. And today, Woo Woo Wednesday happens to fall on a new moon in Taurus. So I am so jazzed to be here on a powerful day to set intentions. So tonight, if you want to really make some magic, I invite you to join me for the Goddess Gathering virtual new moon manifesting ritual and meditation I'll be hosting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight on Zoom. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to reach out. I've created events, there's links. I'll post it in the chat below, in the links below. So be sure to join me tonight at 7 for the Goddess Gathering. We're gonna be setting some powerful intentions. And I wanna know, let's take a moment to tune in. What are you wanting to create more of in your life right now? Think about this. You know, when we manifest, I really try to encourage people to pick one area to focus on, because let's face it, when we have too many balls in the air, we're juggling too much, we don't really focus any attention anywhere. So when I talk about wanting to manifest something, especially if you want to do it with speed, you need to focus on just a few things at once. So I want to know, take a moment to think about, today is a day to set intentions. What area of your life would you like to create more abundance in? All right, I'm gonna take a moment to tune in to everyone who's watching live. Say hello if you're here. Hey, Kim, I just purchased your card deck and I'm so excited. I can't wait to have it in my hands. Thank you so much. It really is like magic in a box. I am so grateful that you purchased it and that you're here for Woo Woo Wednesday. Let me just take a moment to express how fucking grateful I am for each one of you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Shine Tribe Sisterhood. It really brings me joy knowing that there is a community of like-minded light workers out there on a mission to spread light, to be that sparkle magic, to bring the joy, to bring the peace, and to really say, fuck fear, man. Let's wake up to our power and own it. And I am just so thankful for each one of you contributing your sparkle magic to the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to pull some cards today because, as I said, it's a new moon in Taurus, and Taurus is all about like foundations and the physical, which today also happens to be Earth Day. So I wore my Love Your Mother t-shirt as a way just to remind us that we're all connected. We are all breathing the same air on this planet, and this is a really important time for us to like gut check ourselves and to see, are there areas of excess that we can eliminate that are no longer in alignment with who we are now and where we want to go in the future. This is going to be a great time to get your finances in check, to get a hold of your schedule if you don't have routines and rituals in place. I know that in the beginning of all these changes, people are like, oh my God, I have to fall back on my own habits and my routines. But the truth is, when your routines are taken away, then you're just stuck with your habits. And if they're not healthy habits, then you're gonna find yourself having a problem. And I think a lot of people started to face that, and they realized it's really important for me to claim my calendar. And routines and rituals is something that we taught on inside the Elevated Life membership club, because we know that if you don't own your schedule, you are gonna be privy to anybody else's to-do list and expectations. So when you know what you're working on, it's scheduled. You know, I always say in Shine School, if it ain't scheduled, it ain't happening. So this is a really good time to like take a look at your calendar and really reclaim your time. You know, one of my coaching clients I was working with this week, I said, look at your calendar right now. She color codes it. And I said, look at your calendar. What color represents you working on your business? And she told me yellow. And so I said, look at your calendar and do you see any yellow? She's like, no. I'm like, how the hell are you gonna move forward in your business if you're not allocating time in your day to that area? And that's just it. Like, we are only given the same 24 hours in a day. So if we're not scheduling it, and we're not making sure that self-care is in there, moving our business forward, our family, our play time, our rest time, like our vacation time, like we need to be planning all of this, and then be flexible with the plan, of course, but at least you'll have a sense of security with a plan in place. All right, Daphne's here, Kimberly's here, hello from New Zealand. I love that everyone's from all over the globe. What are you guys doing to celebrate Earth Day today? Let me know. I went into our garden on our balcony and tended to all the plants and just spent time really soaking up the flower essence and like all the vegetables that were growing. And it's just so cool to be connected to nature, knowing that we really are all connected. There's this awesome documentary right now called Fantastic Fungi or Fungi that we're watching right now. And it's a reminder that even like the mycelia, the things that the mushrooms grow from, are connected to all the plants, all the trees. It like webs across the entire planet, and we are a part of that system. So this is just a really beautiful time to come together and remember that we are all in this together, that we all feel the same types of emotion. Whether our experiences vary, we all understand what fear and pain and grief and sadness and loss and joy and peace and bliss know what they feel like, and we all can experience that. So in a sense, we are all in this together because we all feel the same kind of feelings. All right, woohoo, new moon, Earth Day, 420, all in 1 week. Oh my God, my brain is exploding. I know, right? I was able to catch you live, yay, hey Hope, so good to see you guys. And if you guys want to keep this magic going, be sure to join me live tonight on Zoom for the New Moon Goddess Gathering. Okay, I know I took this alone time to focus on what I really want in my photography business and my soul work, helping women come into their power and beauty through boudoir photography. Yes, now to come up with a specific name. I love that so much. Back in 2012, I created a boudoir photography company because I have a passion for photography and empowering women, and I found that that area really allowed me to blend the two together to show women a different side of their beauty and of their confidence. So I 1000% support that decision, Kim, and I wish you the best of luck. Happy Thursday in New Zealand. That is too crazy. Coming in from North Florida, hello from the UK. Let me know where you're watching from. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna pull a couple cards. I actually have this really cool opportunity after this Woo Woo Wednesday to do another Woo Woo Wednesday reading. And one of my friends, she was my old hair client and she moved away and she started an awesome business for planners. So if you're like a paper planner whore like me, this is the place to be. So I'm gonna actually be doing a Woo Woo Wednesday reading over in her Facebook group to help those planners set those intentions in their little notebooks, because listen, you're 42% more likely to achieve those goals that you write down. So tonight in the manifesting ritual in the Goddess Gathering, woo, cards are flying, we'll be writing shit down. All right guys, 2 cards came up already for the week. Let's see what else. I mean, this is a powerful week. 420 and Earth Day and a new moon and all the things that are happening. I am, holy shit, guys. Oh, and this one flipped over upside down, or like right side up. It is look for the signs and synchronicities, y'all. I mean, if that wasn't a sign and synchronicity, I don't know what is. All right, I'm gonna shuffle to get the last card of the week to see what we need to focus on when it comes to our self-care, our self-love, and our self-discovery journey. Notice the theme here, it's all about yourself, but not in an ego way. It's actually learning to be friends with our ego so we can make actually a deep connection with our soul. And when we come from a place of love and from our higher self and our soul, we actually serve the world in a much better capacity. But it's not to say that we shouldn't build a healthy ego, because we all do need confidence and we all need to learn how to not be a fucking doormat. Hashtag hello empaths. You guys hear me? Okay. All right, last card came up when we talked about that, so not surprising at all. Let me just make sure, hashtag holy moly, hashtag manifestation madness here from New York. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, let's dive in. The first 2 cards that came up for this week, woo, hello. All right, it is ask for help and stop judging. Oh, ask for help, it doesn't make you weak, and then start. Is Mercury going retrograde soon? I can't talk. Let's try this again. Ask for help, it doesn't make you weak, and then stop judging and start loving. Oh my gosh. That was a mouthful, guys. So the first card that came up was ask for help, it doesn't make you weak. This has come up so much this week within my coaching clients, the people that I'm talking to, and reminding them that like, if you need help, it's gonna get you further faster if you have the the vulnerability to open up and ask. And listen, the truth is about like spiritual and divine help, like the divine, the angels, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Like that magnificent power that's working behind the scenes cannot help and intervene unless you ask. Like that's the freaking like magic key, is asking for help. There's a great book called Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and I highly recommend it because it's a 3-step process to manifesting, and the first one is to ask. And that's why we write our intentions down. It's an asking. It's saying, you know, I don't really have this right now and I need help in getting that here. I'm not saying that it's like wishing and like it appears is a whole nother thing. Asking and taking action is how you manifest your dreams into reality. All right, stop judging and start loving also came up with it. So it's like, stop judging yourself for needing help or not being perfect or not knowing the next step. Like we all like need help, guidance, and assistance from other people. Like we're all reading books, we're all listening to podcasts, we're all watching videos because we're learning and growing. And this is saying like, stop judging yourself for thinking that you're not enough or you're not smart enough or you don't know that next step because you want to start that business, but you keep beating yourself up because you don't have that degree. Listen, people ask me all the time, like, how did you become a life coach? Like, what certification did you get? Honey, life certified me. Like, I went through so many trials and errors and heartbreaks and frustrations and failures, and that wisdom alone is what gives me the credibility to help empower other people so that they don't have to make the same mistakes that are unnecessary. It's not to say that we can't allow for growth and those painful processes, because that is a part of it. But when you are spinning your wheels and wasting your time in certain areas because of self-doubt or of fear of not knowing that next step, that's when it's important to ask for help. Anyone have a hard time asking for help or have something right now that they want help with? Go ahead and leave that in the comments. You never know who might be watching and can offer whatever it is you need. Like someone on one Woo Woo Wednesdays, I had them do this exercise. Someone said, I need a book editor. I wrote a book and I need an editor. And someone who was a book editor was watching at the same time. So you just never know who's available right there in your reality, but you're just afraid to ask. For example, I wanted help with the housework and I wanted to hire a housekeeper, and I just kept like avoiding it and it was uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden the head lady of the cleaning crew of our apartment complex ran into me in the hallway, and I was like, okay, universe, like this is a clear sign. I asked her, do you clean apartments? Like, can I hire you? She said, yeah. Can I start this Saturday? It's like, yes. Like, how much? She said $60. I was like, yes, like you can start right now. So it's just amazing how there's some saying like when preparation meets some shit, like opportunity happens. Like it's really about deciding what you want and then saying yes when the opportunity arises. You guys feel me? Hey Alyssa, Kim says she loves that book. Yeah, it's a great read. Second card, well, I guess technically third card for the week, middle card, is look for the signs and synchronicities. This is such a powerful card to come up. It literally fell out when we were talking about that. This is saying like right now you are being shown signs and being nudged all over the place, left and right, to make some changes in your life, and it might feel uncomfortable. But when you're being guided by your soul and it's a part of your divine path, these beautiful little signs and synchronicities will start showing up in your life, whether they be pink cars like I chose, or rainbows or pennies or feathers or whatever it may be. Even music can be an amazing sign. The cool thing about signs is that you should decide them. Like I think just to start it out, just to start testing it out, this is how I did it. In the beginning I was like, if this stuff is really real, if there really is like angelic divine guidance and there's signs and like I can ask for help and you like bring me things, like let's just try it out. And so I chose something like pink cars. I thought, well, if I pick pink cars, like I never see those, then that'll be a really clear sign. Well, if you guys have the deck and you see on the card, there's a pink car on here as a representation of my spirit symbol. That's what I call it, picking your spirit symbol, so that you know when it shows up, there's no no doubt about it, your analytical brain can't justify why this should maybe show up. Like if you pick that weird object or thing and it happens, especially in the moment and the way that it makes you feel, and you're like, oh my God, that was exactly what I was asking for, then that's when you know. And I was just telling one of my clients today, like once you've had a taste of that synchronistic, divine, beautiful magic, it's unexplainable to the rational, analytical mind. So don't allow other people's judgments to negate how powerful your spiritual connection is. So what are some of your signs and synchronicities? One of mine is the song Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Anytime it comes on, I know my father, my biological father who passed away, is showing up and supporting me. And now that my grandmother's passed, I've got all kinds of signs for her. Daphne says, I so did the car thing. I didn't choose pink, but I did it and it worked. You know what? Mine first started out with Challenger cars. And then I was like, well, let's make it harder. Like, cause you know, we're like really trying to test this and see if it actually works. And then I picked pink cars, and then I'll be damned. Like, Daphne says, you are here for a reason. The universe brought you here to serve what you need. Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, I chose pink cars too, Belinda said. Well, there you go. Like, your vibe attracts your tribe. The last card for the week, holy shit, if this couldn't be more Taurus freaking Earth Day vibes than this card, I don't know what is. Reconnect to your hippie roots and get back to nature. This is such a beautiful reminder. There's little even mushrooms on here like we talked about earlier, the Fantastic Fungi documentary. It's a reminder that we are all connected and that nature has the answer. It has the medicine, it has the wisdom, but we've just gotten so far away from it. I was talking with my mom today on the phone, and I said to her, I was like, you know, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, there was no technology, no cell phones, none of this stuff. And the only way you could connect with people was in person. That's the only way. So all this self-judgment, all that, like you didn't have a lot to compare, okay? So this is a great reminder to like step back, simplify, and get back to your hippie roots and do things and think about things as if it were like, I don't know, 100 years ago with the conveniences of the modern day. But think about it, like we didn't have like the fear-based news that's controlled by only 6 companies, guys. Like that doesn't seem like accurate information. It seems like they have an agenda to me. So I think if we turned off all this external bullshit that wasn't here in the beginning, we'd be surprised to find that the answer we are searching for is within. So get back to nature, connect with your hippie roots, start going plant-based, start recycling, start doing those things that you've been called to do to make those changes in your life to bring more peace to the planet. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to know what resonated with you. What was your aha moment from today? What card really struck home? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't picked up a copy of the Shine from the Inside Oracle, I highly recommend you guys go check it out at shinefromtheinsideoracle.com, and you can pick up a copy of your Oracle plus 3 free goodies to help you along your self-discovery journey. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you love this message, please tag someone, share, subscribe, like, all the good things to spread the good vibes. I hope you guys have an amazing new moon, and be sure to join me tonight on Zoom at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Goddess Gathering, New Moon Manifesting Ritual, and Guided Meditation. You can find a link to RSVP in the events. You can DM me. I'll leave it in the chat comment box below, whatever, and I hope to see you guys tonight. Happy new moon Earth Day blessings. Make sure you do something to contribute good to this planet today and every day, and I will see you guys later. Peace.